Namaste everyone. In the last class we were discussing about quartile deviation. So quartile deviation is the difference between Q3 and Q1. Then it is also called as a interquartile range, semi-interquartile range. Semi in the sense divided by 2 is there. So Q3 minus Q1 divided by 2, that is called quartile deviation. Relative measure is a coefficient of quartile deviation, that is a Q3 minus Q1 divided by Q3 plus Q1, isn't it? So we discussed the raw data problems, means ungrouped data. If ungrouped data is there, how to find QD? QD just it is the difference between upper quartile and lower quartile divided by 2. So however you know how to find Q3 and Q1, isn't it? So next coefficient also same, just find Q1 and Q3, then Q3 minus Q1 divided by Q3 plus Q1. So that is about we saw discrete series distributions also, problems we discussed, isn't it? So there are x values given, frequencies given. First we have to find which one less than cumulative frequency. Next we can find Q1 and Q3. Next apply the formula. If absolute measure means write the unit in which the data is given. If relative measure means it is just a number independent of units, isn't it? So next today we will go discuss about continuous frequency distribution problems. Continuous frequency how to find QD and coefficient of QD. What is the difference here? Here class interval and frequency is given. So however you know how to find Q1 and Q3. So first we will go to some problems. Compute, first one, compute QD and its coefficient. Compute quartile deviation and its coefficient. So class interval given here, class interval and frequencies. Class interval and frequencies. Class interval, see here, 0 to 9, 10 to 19, next 20 to 29, 30 to 39, next 40 to 49, 40 to 49. Frequencies are 5, 10, 22, next 30, next 16. So it is a continuous frequency distribution or continuous class intervals given. So how to find QD? You know the formula, already you know QD is the difference between Q3 minus Q1 divided by 2. So first we have to find Q1, next we have to find Q3, next Q3 minus Q1 divided by 2. See here, see the class intervals. Here inclusive type class intervals given. To find Q1 and Q3 or quartiles, first convert it into exclusive type. Inclusive type class intervals are given. First convert it into exclusive type. Then we have to find QD. So first how to however, first we have to compute correction factor. Correction factor means lower limit of a class minus upper limit of the preceding class divided by 2. Add correction factors to the upper limits and subtract correction factors from the lower limits. You will get exclusive class intervals. Then find which one. Frequencies will be same. There is no difference in the frequencies. Frequencies will be same. For finding Q1 and Q3 we have to find less than cumulative frequencies, isn't it? So solution here, class interval, next frequency, next less than cumulative frequency. Class interval, frequency, then less than cumulative frequency. Remember here class intervals are inclusive type, first convert it into exclusive type. So difference between these two, 10 minus 9. 10 minus 9 is 1. 1 divided by 2, 0.5. Add 0.5 to the upper limits and subtract 0.5 from the lower limits. So minus 0.5 to 9.5. 9.5 to 19.5, 19.5 to 29.5, 29.5 to 39.5, 39.5 to 49.5. There is no difference in the frequencies. Frequencies will be same. 5, 10, 22, 30, 16. Next, total is required. Capital N is required. Next, we have to find less than cumulative frequency. First less than cumulative frequency is 5. 5 plus 10, 15. 15 plus 22, that is 47 it seems. Correct na? No, 30, 37. Here 67, last one 83. So capital N is our less than cumulative frequency. Which one is last? That itself is our capital N. So capital N is 83. Correct na? Next what we have to do? We have to find Q1 and Q3. Next apply the formula. So Q1, for finding Q1, remember here in row data and discrete series we found n plus 1 by 4, isn't it? But here in Q1 in continuous series what we are doing? We are taking capital N by 4. N plus 1 is not required there. So N by capital N is 83. Next 1 into N by 4, that is 83 divided by 4. 83 divided by 4 is 20.75. 20.75. Next, go to the less than cumulative frequency, just greater than 20.75. So LCF just greater than or equal to 20.75 is. So 20.75 ginta just greater iruva cumulative frequency. Go to the less than cumulative frequency which is just greater than this one. Which one? 37. Correct na? 37. So corresponding class, 37's corresponding class is 19.5 to 29.5. So 19.5 to 29.5 is our which class? Q1 class. Is a Q1 class. Q1 class is this one. Next, apply the formula. For applying formula, we must know L, F, CF, everything. L means lower limit of this one. L is 19.5. F is frequency of this class. Frequency is 19.5 to frequency 22. CF means cumulative frequency just above the Q1 class. Q1 class is this class. Correct na? This is our Q1 class. Q1 class frequency is 22, that is F. CF means a frequency just a cumulative frequency just above the Q1 class, that is 15. And C means width of Q1 class. Width is or class width means the difference between upper limit and lower limit, that is 10. Next apply the formula. Q1 equal to L plus 1 into N by 4 minus CF into C divided by F. L means lower limit of Q1 class. N by 4 we found here. 1 into N by 4 is 20.75. CF means 15. C means 10. F means 22. Correct na? What is the answer? You can substitute the values. I will write here. L means 19.5 plus 1 into N by 4 is 20.75 minus CF into C divided by F means frequency, that is 22. Answer is, I will write the answer. Answer is 19.5 plus first you have to do this and all. 20.75 minus 15 divided by 22 you will get one value into 10. So if you do this much you will get one value plus 19.5. Answer is 22.1136. Hope it is clear, because in the partition value problems we discussed this, how to find Q1 and Q3 for a continuous series, isn't it? Same here inclusive given, first convert it into exclusive, all other procedures are same. Next find Q3, we have to find Q3. So Q3 means 3 into n by 4. 3 into n by 4 is 3 into n by 4 20.75. 3 into 20.75, that is 62.25. 62.25. Correct na? 3 into 20.75, that is 62.25. Then here again same, what we have to find? We have to find the less than cumulative frequency just greater than 62.25, isn't it? So LCF just greater than or equal to 62.25 is which one? Go to less than cumulative frequency, 62.25 just greater, which one? 67. Correct na? Is 67. Corresponding value, which one? 67 corresponding class, 29.5 to 39.5. 29.5 to 39.5 is our Q3 class. Is Q3 class. So Q3 class is this much. So Q3 class L lower limit of Q3 class, F frequency of Q3 class 29.5 to 30, frequency is 30, CF is 37. 30 CF 37, C equal to 10. Correct na? Next again apply the formula. Q3 equal to L plus 3 into n by 4 minus CF into C divided by F. Again apply. L means 29.5 plus 3 into n by 4 is 62.25 minus CF is 37 divided by F means 30 into 10. Answer is 37.9166. Clear na? Yes. Yes, that is our Q3. Next we found Q1 and Q3. Next apply the formula. Formula of QD and coefficient of QD. What is the formula to find QD? QD equal to Q3 minus Q1 divided by 2. So Q3 minus Q1 divided by 2. I will do here only. This is a QD. QD equal to Q3 minus Q1 divided by 2. Q3 is 37.9166 minus Q1. Q1 is 22.1136 divided by 2. Answer is, first you have to find which one? 37.9166 minus 22.1166, you will get one answer, divided by 2. Answer is 7.9105. This is our QD. Next one more we have to find which one? Coefficient of QD. So coefficient of QD is Q3 minus Q1 divided by Q3 plus Q1. Again we found, just apply the formula. We found Q1 and Q3 already. Q3 is 37.9166. Q1 is 22.1136. So in the numerator minus, in the denominator plus. So we will get the answer as coefficient of QD is 0.2632. So this is the case when continuous classes are given. Continuous frequency distribution means when class interval and frequency is given. So what we have to do? So here since inclusive class intervals are given, first convert it into exclusive classes. You know, however, how to find? First we have to find correction factor. Correction factor means it is the difference between lower limit of a class minus upper limit of the preceding class divided by 2. You will get a one value, that is 20 minus 19 divided by 2. 20 minus 19 1 divided by 2 0.5. Add 0.5 to the upper limits and subtract 0.5 from the lower limits. You will get the exclusive classes like this. Frequencies doesn't change. Remember, frequencies will be as given in the problem. Then frequencies will be same. To find Q1 and Q3, to find the quartiles, first we must find less than cumulative frequencies. Added up frequencies. First one 5 itself. Next 5 plus 10 15. 15 plus 22 37. 37 plus 30 67. 67 plus 16 83. So total frequency is 83. First we have to find Q1. Q1 is 1 into n by 4. Which observation comes you have to see. So 1 into n by 4, n is 83. 83 divided by 4, we will get a 22 point something, just greater cumulative frequency. If same cumulative frequency, same observation here means we can take, else we have to take just greater cumulative frequency. Corresponding class is our Q1 class. Q1 class L is a lower limit of Q1 class. F means a frequency of Q1 class. CF means a cumulative frequency just above Q1 class. This one. Next C means a width of Q1 class. Next we found apply the formula. Next similarly we found Q3. For finding Q3 it is 3 into n by 4. Which observation comes? Next LCF just greater than 3 into n by 4. How much? The cumulative frequency. Then L, CF, everything. Apply the formula. Then QD formula is Q3 minus Q1 divided by 2. And coefficient of QD formula is Q3 minus Q1 divided by Q3 plus Q1. Hope it is clear to you. Next we will do one more problem. Compute QD and its coefficient. Same another problem. Continue series itself. Okay, so this is the second question. See here, age and number of persons given. Age and number of persons. Age and number of persons. Age less than 25. Here less than 30. Here less than 35. Less than 40. Less than 45. Less than 50. Less than 55. 10, 25, 75, 130, 170, 189, next 200. See here, observe the problem. Once again I am telling, see, class intervals and frequencies are not given here. Instead what is given? Less than 25, 10 observations are there. Or age less than 25, how many persons are there? 10 persons are there. Less than 30, 25. Less than 35, 75. Means what? Less than 25 means 25 comes as upper limit, isn't it? So less than 25 means 25 is the upper limit. Less than 30 means 30 is the upper limit. Less than 35 means 35 is the upper limit. Here less than 40 means 40 is the upper limit. This one, which one? These are not frequencies, they are less than cumulative frequencies. These are the upper limits. If upper limits are given means blindly you can tell that if it is upper limits, these are less than cumulative frequencies itself. So upper limit and less than cumulative frequencies given. First convert it into class interval and frequencies. Age is class interval. Then the number of persons I am taking as F. Actually less than cumulative frequency given, so I am writing here less than cumulative frequency, and less than cumulative frequency requires for our problem also. Less than 25, less than 30, less than 35, like that. So we can say that width equal to 5. Less than 25 means we can take width as 5. 20 to 25, 25 to 30, 30 to 35, 35 to 40, 40 to 45, 45 to 50, 50 to 55. Less than 55 means less than 50 to 55. Clear na? Next see 10, 25, 75. These are less than cumulative frequencies actually. So first frequency will be same as 10. Next frequency. So next frequency is 25 minus 10. Since they are less than cumulative frequencies. 25 minus 10, that is 15. 75 minus, I will write if you want, 75 minus 25, that is 50. Correct na? 75 minus 25. 130 minus 75. 170 minus 130. 189 minus 170. 200 minus 189. Remember that first frequency is same. It doesn't change. So I will write the answers only. 10, 15, 50, next 55, next 40, next 19, next 11. Next less than cumulative frequency, as you know, you can write the same, else you can check once again if it is correct or not. First one is 10 itself. 10 plus 15, 25. 25 plus 50, 75 here. So 75 plus 55, 130. 130 plus 40, 170. 170 plus 18, 189. Last 189 plus 11, that is 200. So here our capital N is 200. Hope it is clear. Yes. Next Q1. We have to find Q1, Q3. Same method doesn't change. Q1 is our, first we have to find 1 into N by 4. 1 into N is 200. 200 divided by 4, that is 50. Correct na? LCF just greater than or equal to 50 is LCF. We have to see less than cumulative frequency, just greater than 50 is which one? 75 is 75. Corresponding class is third class, 30 to 35. 30 to 35 is our Q1 class. Correct na? Q1 class is this one. L means a lower limit of Q1 class. F means a frequency of Q1 class. 50. Next CF cumulative frequency just above. C means width 5. Correct na? Width of Q1 class. Next apply the formula. Q1 equal to L plus 1 into N by 4 minus CF into C divided by F. So apply the substitute the values. L is 30 plus N by 4. N by 4 50 minus CF 25 into C is 5 divided by F is 50. Correct na? Answer is I will tell Q1 equal to 32.5. 32.5. Next we have to find Q3, isn't it? Q3 for finding Q3 here 3 into N by 4, that is 3 into N by 4 is 50. Correct na? 3 into 50, that is 150. 3n by 4. Next 3n by 4, the cumulative frequency just greater than 3n by 4. LCF just greater than or equal to 150 is which one? 150 ಗಿಂತ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇರುವುದು 170. 170 is class 40 to 45, isn't it? Yes, 40 to 45. This is 170. Therefore Q3 class is 40 to 45. Again same method. L means lower limit of Q3 class. F means frequency of Q3 class. Frequency of Q3 class 40. Then cumulative frequency just above Q3 class. F is 40. L 40. F 40, then CF is 130, CF means just above, C means I told C equal to 5. Again apply the formula, Q3 equal to L plus 3 into N by 4, 3N by 4 minus CF into C divided by F. Apply the, substitute the values. L means the lower limit of Q3 class 40 plus 3 into N by 4, 150 minus 130 into C is 5 divided by F is 40. Answer is 42.5. Hope it is clear to you. Clear now? Yes. Then we found Q1 and Q3. What we have to find next? Next we have to find QD coefficient, QD and its coefficient. QD formula is Q3 minus Q1 divided by 2, isn't it? So QD equal to, I'll write here, QD equal to Q3 minus Q1 divided by 2. Q3 is our 42.5 minus 32.5 divided by 2. 42.5 minus 32.5 you'll get 10. Correct na? 10 divided by 2, that is 5. Correct na? Next coefficient of QD. Coefficient of QD is Q3 minus Q1 divided by Q3 plus Q1. That is answer is again you can apply. Answer is 0.13. 0.13. So once we know Q1 and Q3, it is clear. We can find Q1 and we can apply the formula. Next we will do one more problem, not continuous. Continuous series we found how to find. If inclusive classes given, first convert it into exclusive classes. If upper limit and less than cumulative frequency is given, means the method is this. If similarly lower limit and more than cumulative frequencies may be given, at that time also you have to convert. Next if one more problem, directly everything given. If lower quartile and interquartile range, lower quartile and interquartile range of data are 31.75 and 30.88, find the upper quartile, and QD. Find the upper quartile and QD. So what is given here? See, read the question carefully. If lower quartile and interquartile range, lower quartile which one? Q1. Interquartile range they gave, they didn't tell a semi-interquartile range. Semi means divided by 2 will be there. Interquartile range means it is just the difference between Q3 and Q1. So Q3 minus Q1 given, then Q1 given. We have to find upper quartile. Q3 we have to find, then QD also we have to find. What and all given? First write given. Lower quartile means Q1. Q1 is first one 31.75. And interquartile range means Q3 minus Q1. Q3 minus Q1 is 30.88. Remember again I am telling semi-interquartile range not given, it is given interquartile range. Interquartile range means just Q3 minus Q1. If semi is there means divided by 2 will be there. If semi is not there means divided by 2 is won't be there. So Q3 minus Q1 is this much. We have to find upper quartile. See, Q3 minus Q1 is this one. Q1 is given. From this Q3 minus Q1, just substitute the value of Q1. Q1 is 31.75 equal to 30.88. From this, what is Q3? Q3 equal to, take this to the right side. So 30.88, it is minus 31.75. When it comes to the right, this is plus. Answer is 62.63. Next they asked, we found which one? Upper quartile, one part over. See, find the upper quartile, means upper quartile is 62.63, isn't it? Next which one? Next QD. What is the formula? QD is Q3 minus Q1 divided by 2. See here, Q3 minus Q1 is directly given. Q3 minus Q1 is 30.88. Correct na? 30.88 divided by 2. That is 15.44. 15.44. So here quartile, interquartile range given, lower quartile also given. We have to find the upper quartile and QD. So what and all given, first write that one. Next which and all we have to find, can be found from the given data. You just check once, then apply the formula. QD, however, we know Q3 minus Q1 divided by 2. So hope it is clear. Quartile deviation is clear to you. We saw the merits and demerits also, isn't it? Merits, what are the merits? It is also easy to understand and simple to calculate. It takes into consideration the extreme observations also, isn't it? Then which one? 50% observations we are considering here, but 50% we are omitting here, isn't it? That is one demerit of this quartile deviation. Then that is one, actually that is the main drawback. Hope quartile deviations is clear to you. Next, in the next class we will move to mean deviation. Okay, thank you.